Okay. Hari Om everyone and warm welcome to the SUTARA group. We'll start with the opening prayers. Om Antarjyotihi Bahirjyotihi Pratyakjyotihi Paratpara Jyotireva Jyotihi Atmajyotihi Swayam Jyotihi Shivosmyaham Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Narayana Samarambhat, Shankaracharya Madhyamam, Asmadacharya Paryantam, Vande Guru Paramparam. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam. Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram. We start, Purnamaji. All of them have joined.
Yes. Hari Om everyone. This is Yashmita. Yashmita has been with Atmajyoti Satsang for a very long time. And she is the coordinator for the AVSC Vedanta Study Circle called Chinmaya, isn't it?
Yes.
Right. So Yashmita has undergone the basic course of Jnana Jyoti, and we were all together in that batch. And she is extremely, advanced in Vedanta and everything. So she is the coordinator for this group. So I welcome Yashmita. I ask her to take over and conduct the session. Tell us all about Jnana Jyoti and what happens here, Yashmita.
Yeah, thank you, Purnamaji. So, like last year, we had started with the first batch of the JJ Basic course. In this course, as you have known, it's for the 12 months period, and we advance by, and we will have one session per month. And each session, we progressively take some new activities to learn more about how we can present the Vedantic talks, and get confidence and the conviction to deliver it, and so that it reaches the listeners in the same way that we have understood, we convey it in the same way. And here we will be dividing each of the, like here we are about 10 members, 8 to 10 members. So we'll be dividing the group into two teams. One will be the Siddhanti team and the other will be the Purva Pakshi team. So in a session, there will be both the team will do role reversal. So each will get the opportunity to be Siddhanti and Purva Pakshi in a session. So what would Siddhanti do? So whatever talk that we will be using Prabhuji's talks as reference talks to go with each of the session. And the talk may be for 30 minutes or 40 minutes. You can take your reference from that talk and you will be delivering it or presenting it for starting with 3 minutes. So you can keep it crisp, or you could just take one aspect from the talk. There could be many points that could be discussed in the reference talk. So you could take one point that is more relatable to you, or that you want to present it to the audience, and you can take that and deliver it or present it for 3 minutes. So this is the basic structure of the course. Now, what would Siddhanti and Purva Pakshi do? So like in each session, as I said earlier, we will be dividing it into two groups. So first, the Siddhanti group will go ahead and present for 3 minutes on that particular topic. After each of the presenter has delivered the speech, the Purva Pakshi team will be listening to that talk carefully, and they will ask you questions on what you have presented. So it becomes more clear to you, not just about talking, but also about what questions could the listener ask. So you will be well versed in both delivering and presenting, and also answering the questions that comes up during the session. So the Purva Pakshi team will ask maybe 2 or 3 questions, and there'll be a time gap even for answering the questions. So you'll be very clear in the thought process even while answering the question. Maybe it could be 1 minute or 2 minutes maximum that you will have to answer these questions. So this is the flow of the session. So first the Siddhanti presents, and then there'll be question, and then the other Siddhanti members also presents. After the Siddhanti group completes the entire process, then the Purva Pakshi, it's a role reversal. The Purva Pakshis become Siddhantis, and they deliver their presentation, and the Siddhantis now become Purva Pakshi and they'll ask questions. So this is the entire structure of the session. And in the session, there will also be some other roles. So somebody has to track the time, and that will be managed by one, so that we will decide how the on how the session progress, and the responsibilities will be allocated as to who will be managing the time, and on the feedback. So this session is also more on self reflection, so you'll be asked to give your own feedback, how you presented, and also you will receive feedback from other members. And after that, I think that's it, Purnamaji. Anything
That's it
else?
for now. Yeah. Let us start. No problem. We can go with the brief introductions of all the members. Do you think all the participants? Brief, very brief.
Yeah.
Like what can they say? How did they get into AVSC or Bhagavad Gita study circle, and how do they find it, and why did they join Jnana Jyoti? This much, if each of them can talk, that will be nice. Okay, we'll start with Indra Raja. Please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit.
Hari Om everyone. I'm Indra. For past nearly 2 years, I'm in AVSC circle. First, I came to know about Prabhuji through Pratibha. So later, there was a disconnection. Then I got into AVSC. Then I joined Purnimaji's group. Then through her, I joined into the Bhagavad Gita Dharmakshetra group, and now into this.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Jai Shri.
Hello, Hari Om everybody. I got into this through Purnima, whom I have known all her life, actually, not my life, all her life. She's younger to me. So I have been a seeker for a long time, and all my questions would go to Purnima, even when she was 20, 30, her mother. So I was a seeker, and now I'm finding answers through Guruji here, and I have joined JJ. Hope to further my knowledge in this process. Thank you.
Hari Om. Suma.
Yeah, Hari Om everybody. So my journey into this group was like, I have a friend here called Shweta. So one time, like she told me like, oh, I'm attending this Bhagavad Gita class and it's good. I used to take the Bhagavad Gita class during COVID, just the chanting. I learned the chanting of that through some other teacher, but I never understood the meaning of any of the stotra, just learning to chant, that's all. Like I just like the vibrations of all that Bhagavad Gita thing. And when Shweta told me, I was so excited and so happy. I was like, oh, can you ask the teacher if she's willing to take another student? That's how I got into Purnimaji's Dharmakshetra Bhagavad Gita group. I feel like very blessed to be part of this group. And now like the JJ SUTARA group, Jnanajyoti one, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Suma. Hari Om Vaniji, welcome to Jnanajyoti Sutara group. Vaniji has been the Vani and Vasuji, they have been the they launched the group Prabhuji with of course Prabhuji was the he asked them to carry on this group, this Jnanajyoti sessions, and Vaniji and Vasuji, I think I'm sure are well known in our Atmajyoti satsang circles, and amazing couple who have really driven this whole Jnanajyoti thing forward. And now it's in the second year, it's a huge testimony, and because of them so many of us have got more into Vedanta thanks to Vaniji. So welcome Vaniji, and welcome to Sutara group.
Thank you, Purnimaji. It's all Prabhuji's grace and guidance as always.
Yes, of course.
So happy and excited to be seeing all the new JJs.
Yes.
A warm welcome to everybody. And it's wonderful that we have Yashmita ji as coordinator. Only Yashmita, who else is there?
Just Yashmita, because
Yashmita ji as coordinator and Purnima ji as mentor. So it's a huge plus point to have both of them. driving this group. So a warm welcome to all of you again.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So we were just going through brief introductions of all the members before we launch into the Vedanta in 2 minutes. So
Okay, great.
now we come to Chandra.
Huh.
Chandra.
Hari Om, everybody. Before 10 years, Rekha ji used to come to Indranagar to take Bhagavad Gita classes.
Hi, Kana.
From her, I came to know about Prabhuji. Then I took initiation from him in Rajrajeshwari Nagar. Later on, I used to regularly go to the classes of Guruji. So like that, I was introduced, and now I am into this group. And I've done so many courses, all art of living, whatever it is. But this is the ultimate answer. I got the answer now. So I'm so happy to be in this group. And
Good.
thank you, everybody.
Wonderful, Chandra. Thank you. Rahul.
Namaste and Hari Om, everyone. Namaste. So I got into the AVSC circle last year through another friend of mine called Girish. So it was interesting that he got in touch with Prabhuji through LinkedIn, and then Prabhuji told him about the Atmadarshana 1 course. And he happened to call me, and we both attended it last year. And I think just like Chandraji mentioned, there have been multiple courses and books that I've been going through as a seeker. But I think that 1 2-day workshop with Prabhuji sort of, I don't know, it just blew my mind apart. And I think that aftermath has still not ended. So 1 year later. So, and I'm so confident. I'm a corporate leadership trainer. The flavor of my training programs itself has changed because of the spiritual knowledge that I got through Prabhuji. So, and I got associated with Purnimaji and Satyavati ji for the AVSC and Dharmakshetra groups. So, and now I'm here. I'm extremely happy to be part of the JJ group. Very eager to learn more. Yeah. Thanks to Purnimaji for adding me to this.
Yeah. You are most welcome. We're so happy you're with us, Rahul. Then Shweta, introduce yourself, please. And if you can, please switch on the video if you can.
I can. I'm actually driving. Can you go to somebody else? I'm going to pull over.
Sure.
And then can I go next, if you don't mind? Yeah, thank you.
Who else is here? Oh, are we done? We don't have any more participants. Padmaja, can you introduce yourself? If that's okay.
Maybe I'll give a shot.
Yeah, she's not well. She told me, Papa, she's not well.
Yeah,
just
so
a few words.
I got through this classes through Prasadji. I had joined COVID during COVID time, his yoga classes. My husband's one of the groups, he was saying that he is taking yoga classes. So why don't you take yoga? So I was attending yoga classes for quite some time. And through yoga, one of the sessions, he said, Purnima Jiji is taking Bhagavad Gita classes. So if someone is interested, so through that Bhagavad Gita classes and then here. Thank you.
Thank you, Padmaja. Get well.
Yeah, thanks.
Padmaja is one of our most robust participants. I'm so sorry she's not feeling well today. You take care, Padmaja. Yes.
Sure, thanks.
Yes, Shweta and Suma are from the US, so that the timing is a bit off for them. But however, welcome, Shweta. Tell us about yourself.
Thank you, guys. Sorry, I was able to pull over here. Today is Varma Lakshmi here, so bit of friends. So, yeah. Hari Om, everyone, and good morning. Namaste, actually. So my name is Shweta. I'm really thankful to my mom, Pratibha, who's been a student of Guruji for a few years now. Both my mom and her aunt Sujaya, actually, they literally convinced me to join the group. I don't have a lot of experience in this kind of courses, but as a child, when I was a child, actually, my grandmother was very spiritual, and she started to teach us Bhagavad Gita when I was about 5.5 years old, actually. By the time I was 6 years, I think we went to we went to a competition at ISKCON, and my cousin and we ended up winning a first prize. And then that's where my journey of Bhagavad Gita started. So by the time we were 7 and 5, she was 5, I was 7. We were pretty well versed in. I was Arjuna, she was Krishna, and that's how it started for us. And it went on for a few years. It was mostly chanting and just the big picture. I really didn't know a lot of meaning behind it, but it was chanting and the big picture of what was Bhagavad Gita, what is Dharma Kshetra. That's how I started. But somehow by the time I was teenager and all, got busy with work, school, everything. And I kind of, it was in the back end, but my mother kind of helped me pull into this class, and she said, you need to start somewhere. So she literally, she had to drag me for the first class. Once I met Purnimaji and all the classmates, I think there was no looking back. So really grateful to you, Purnimaji, for your mentorship and the energy you bring to the class, and to all the classmates of Dharma Kshetra, because it's one of the most amazing classes, which I look forward every week. It's just it's like an elixir for the week. So thank you. So that's all I have, guys.
Thank you, Shweta. Me too. I look forward to it as well. I'll just love the whole group. Thank you. So we'll leave it to Yashmita now to conduct the next session. Tell us what it's all about, Yashmita. And then, yes, it's up to you.
Yeah, thank you, Purnamaji, and thank you everyone for the wonderful introductions, and we get to know more eventually. And for this ice-breaking activity, what we have planned is we will be showing one of the object, and you could give how it is more relatable into Vedanta. Like now, after attending so many classes, so any object that we see, we try to connect it to Vedanta or to what we are studying. So this activity is for us to start the initial discussion. So
Yashmita, just 1 minute. Please introduce Mamataji also to the group. Mamataji is here. Mamataji, please come on video if you don't mind. Yes, she doesn't need any introduction. However, we'll ask her to say something about how, something about something. I don't know what. Very warm welcome to you, Mamataji.
warm welcome, Mamataji. Mamataji, I think it's
You're on mute, I think.
Okay.
Yes.
Now am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I am Mamata. And yes, I have been listening to Guruji's classes for quite a long time, and maybe ever since my marriage to him. But though I have an understanding of it, when I put it in words, it's a bit difficult for me to put across my thoughts in words. And so that's the main thing. I would like to join this one and explain. If anyone asks anything about Vedanta, I can also put forth like how Purnimaji and Vaniji are all doing. That's why I'm in this JP.
We are so blessed to have you. Just your presence is such an inspiration for all of us, Mamataji. Really. Thank you so much for being here.
I was so happy to see Mamataji's name in the group, and
yeah,
very excited also.
Yes.
A warm welcome to you, Mamataji.
Thank you, Vaniji. Thank you, Vasu.
All right, Yashmita, we can go ahead with this the next part, most exciting part. Yes.
Yeah.
Who will keep time, or shall we just? Somebody has to keep time, Alva. Shall I do that?
Yeah, sure, Purnamaji.
Okay. I hope everyone has understood what is happening.
So we'll be showing an object, and each one of you can present and relate it to Vedanta as you see. So we'll be going with showing. I'll show the props on the video, or
maybe Yashmita, you can demonstrate one.
Yeah.
That will make it clearer.
Yeah. For example, I will give the prop scissor to Yashmita. Scissors is your prop, and your time starts now.
Okay. So scissors, as we know, we see it's a tool. So every tool has certain use. So what do we use scissors for? We use for cutting things. So if we have to relate that to Vedanta, like what are we as a seeker trying to get rid of, or what do we use it for? Like our tool, internal tool is our antakarana, like that is also an instrument. Antakarana is our manas buddhi. So these tools, we'll have to always keep oiling it or sharpening it for us to have the best benefit or mending things. So what I see scissor as an instrument for cutting other things. If we take that inward, this antakarana is used for cutting our ignorance. So and again, ignorance is it a real thing is something that we get to know through this journey process. So we just see it as an wheel that we will have to cut it through the scissors of Antakarana. This is just my short view from the Vedanta on the scissors.
Very nice, very nice. Siddhas is the tool you use to cut your your ignorance. Okay, nice. So this is how it goes.
We didn't see this. We didn't see the object properly for us to connect. We didn't see.
We didn't.
You didn't show or something was.
I just told the object scissor, Santa. I don't have.
Okay.
Okay. Wanted a demo session.
For next one, we will be showing the props.
Coincidentally, the group which met on Thursday, the Vasishta JJ group, did their entire 2-minute Vedanta in 2 minutes with scissors. Everybody spoke on scissors.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕತ್ತರಿಸಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಅಂತ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ.
That's why we are all here.
Yeah, Yashmita,
carry on.
Yeah, so the first one, maybe we'll start with Jayashri ji for the first one. We'll start Jayashri ji.
Hari Om, everybody. The ball is in my court right now. Yeah. I can't cut it with my scissors. The ball, I have to kick it. So let me see how I kickstart my talk. As Mamta ji put it, even for me, the problem is I have been listening to Vedanta all the time, but when I come to express my thoughts, I have a block. So here, having come to the JJ session, I want to learn how I can word it, to tell you the truth. The scissors is the intellect through which body, mind, intellect, all the time I'm in the conscious state of body. Either I have to realize that this is just a vehicle for me to realize myself that I'm the Atmajyoti, and keep cutting off the thoughts and putting it in the dustbin all the time. All the time I have to sharpen my intellect and think I'm not the boy. I mean, go back to the thought that I'm not body, mind, but it's I'm Atmajyoti, and sharpen my intellect all the time. Hari Om. Thank you.
Thank you, Jayashri. Request speakers to put on their video. That will be a lot better. Yes.
The whole session is getting recorded.
Yes.
So it would be good if the videos are on.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Jayashri, that was very nice. Thank you so much.
Yes. Ji. And next, maybe we go with Mamta ji. Is it Mamta ji, if you're ready? So the next prop is balloon. If you can see it.
Can you spotlight the speaker, or shall we put it in speaker mode or whatever?
Yeah, I'll check.
Right. Your time starts now, Mamta ji.
Yeah, balloon is, when I see a balloon, it reminds me of this ego in us. It's always bloated, and we are like this balloon floating in the air. In life also, we are like that. We are always having this ego, thinking we are taking all these roles and all very seriously, and we think that is the thing. But when we come to this Vedanta or this Guruji's teaching or this JJ group, all this this balloon gets inflated and deflated, and all this goes off out of this thing. If I'm to talk also, it's so very difficult, though I know all these things, and all my ego gets a little bit shaken over there. And yes, this Vedanta just points out that you are just a bloated one and you have to become a simple, ordinary balloon and be just an ordinary thing and use it only, get blown up only when that place is needed, and then come back to your normal thing. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you. Wonderful. And for the next speaker, Indra ji, if there are two options. Maybe if you want to continue with the same prop, you can choose the same prop. Or if you want a different prop, you can go with a different one.
I'll use the same prop.
Okay, sure.
Mamta ji, amazing comparison. Very nice.
Thank you.
Hariom, what I felt immediately as soon as I saw is the balloon is filled with air. And as the air gets lighter, like helium air, it starts going up above. Likewise, we have to fill ourselves with Prabhuji's teaching so that we feel more lighter, we be in peace and grow more and more. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, wonderful, Indra ji. And next, Chandra ji.
Also very nice, coming from a totally different perspective.
Yes. Chandra?
Yeah, same, Amma.
Yeah.
Same.
Or you can choose a different prop as well, Chandra ji. If you want, I can show you a different prop. If you want to go with balloon, we can go with balloon as well.
You can show me.
Different prop, is it? Okay. The next one is the flashlight.
Video hakotira, please.
I'll go with the balloon only. Actually, as Mamtaji said, that ego, it is always there. Even after coming to this class also, so we think we don't have ego, but still somewhere that ego is always there. I don't know when it is going to lost it. So we have to keep on taming our mind and listening to Guruji's class and what is that? Nididhyasa we should be doing. Then only it goes into our mind. Otherwise, it is very, very highly impossible. Even then, that ego is it's there always. I don't know how to lose it, but we should keep on practicing every now and then. So then only, like we should sharpen with a scissor. Then only we can find a way to this thing. That's what I. Thank you.
Thank you, Chandraji.
Let's go with another prop now, because much has been said about the ego and the balloon.
Okay. Next participant, is it Rahul ji? If we can go with the prop, Rahul ji, if you want to take the flashlight.
Oh, sure. I actually had some new points for the balloon, but yeah, I can
share later.
Sure.
You go with the flashlight now. Time starts now.
Okay, flashlight. I think basically it gives us light, but only when it's switched on. So am I taking the choice to switching it on or not? So I think it's ignorance that is probably, if I gave the flashlight first to a baby, which is just probably maybe about a month, a year old or 2 years old, it is looking at the flashlight for the first time. So it doesn't know what to do with it. So I think we all here have a lot of jnana with us. The difference between the knowing and doing. So I know what a flashlight is, but I don't know what to do with it. So unless I know what to do with that jnana that I have, a flashlight is useless. So I think jnana which is not put into use is useless. So I would compare the flashlight to the intellect that we have. So let's all put it into use. So that's my take on it. Yeah.
Very nice.
Nice.
Very nice. Very interesting.
Very illuminating. Just like the torchlight.
Very flashy.
Next, Yarappa. Suma.
Okay, Suma.
So is it the flashlight?
Or go with the flashlight?
Yeah, I can go with the flashlight.
Okay.
So flashlight is like, when you're in dark and when you on it, you have the light, everything. So for me, like I started this Vedanta journey like only like a year back coming to Purnimaji's class. So flashlight is just like coming to the class, attending like every Friday and learning a lot of new things which helps me in my life. So gaining the knowledge in the satsang of everyone and all the usually I would never talk too much. I'm most likely like a listener. So, but now like coming to this SUTARA group, giving me a chance like to talk also. And flashlight is just I'm trying to gain the knowledge and bringing from inside within me also like getting like all the knowledge out, like as Rahulji told, like that it's no use like you're just listening. You have to put like whatever you learned into. At the end of the class, I just try to do that nididhyasana, like what did I learn today? Go over my notes and just check. But by next class, I would have forgotten like what I learned. So again, like coming to this class itself is like a flashlight for me, just switching on my knowledge and learning things. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Very
Thank
nice.
you.
Thank you. Yes.
Excellent, Sama. Very nice.
We have Shweta ji, I guess, right? Purnima ji.
Yeah, Shweta is here.
Okay. Shweta ji, you want to go with
Can I use all your three? Can I use all your three props and just like sum it up?
Okay.
No, I'm just teasing. No, that's your class. You run it.
How do we go with that, Purnima ji? You want to give one prop or?
No.
One more letter, take a pick.
One more. Yeah.
Okay. Your prop is candy, Shweta ji.
Candy.
Yeah, candy.
Candy. Oh, candy. Oh, sweet candy, right? I think sweetness is something what a lot of people relish. I hope the Purnimaji's class is like eating a candy. I do enjoy eating candies. Your class is more like a candy where eating that candy and most of my stubbornness, my ignorance is being like, this sweetness is cutting through it. So that's how I see candies. I think like the other props, what you said, right? Like the scissors, balloons, and flashlight and candy here. Candy is like it really helps us cut through all the sourness we have, learning more and more about it. Thus we can use the scissors to cut, like detach ourselves from detachment is what the scissors teach you. Balloon, right? It's like really deflated when it starts, but slowly somewhere, like when you're born, you're like a balloon, like the simplest form of balloon, and slowly somewhere the ego starts coming up when you're like 2 years old. Me, Nanu, and all will start with kids. And then with the balloon prop, once the deflated ego again, like you want to like inflated ego, you want to like deflate it. And then flashlight is like light is to cut your ignorance, you need flashlight. In the same way, to cut all the ignorance, candy is like a sweet thing which you need to consume to cut it. So that's candy for me.
Shweta, you are looking like a candy yourself. Very sweet. Very sweet on the Varmalakshmi evening.
Yeah.
Many greetings and blessings to you. Lovely sharing.
Thank you. Same to you guys. Yeah.
What do you say, Yashmita? Are we done?
Yes.
Is there any volunteer here who wants to give a shot at this Vedanta in 2 minutes? Any volunteer from the observers?
Rahul also wanted to say something about the balloon.
Balloon, yes. Rahul can share on the balloon. And everyone is welcome. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, again, taking the analogy of a bubble, what is inside is what is outside. So I think the supreme consciousness is what is there inside us also. But I just would like to add one extra thing. When we blow a balloon, we are adding our carbon dioxide also into it. And
It's frozen.
I think air supreme consciousness outside, fill it in into the balloon. So I just wanted to take and add to it. So I think that carbon dioxide is I think we came up with a formula in Prabhuji's class
Oh,
which is either Jivan is equal to Paramatman, or Paramatman is the ego, carbon dioxide. So, yeah, at that point.
Rahul,
Oh,
for the most part, we couldn't hear you. I think you should
It's
remove
a
your.
problem with your signal, I think. So if you switch off your video, it might.
Just switch off Madbuta Hale. It was so interesting. I was so
oh, I'm sorry. Audible now?
And now we are fine. Full
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Okay, okay. Awesome. We did learn that what is inside is what is outside. So the macrocosm is inside the microcosm, right? So what the consciousness, supreme consciousness that is outside is concentrated into the bubble or the balloon. So I just took the correlation between a bubble and a balloon, right? So the same air that is outside is what we fill inside. But what is getting added is the carbon dioxide that we add along with it when we blow it. Right. So one of the formulae that we understood in Prabhuji's classes is that Jivatman minus ego is equal to Paramatman, right? Or Paramatman plus ego is equal to Jivatman, right? So that ego element is the carbon dioxide that we are adding to the air that we take in to our lungs before we blow it into the balloon. So yeah, and once the balloon is open and try to deflate, again, what is inside comes outside, and the balloon loses its existence. So that was my just a different take on it. Yeah, I hope I was audible this time.
Yes,
yeah.
You were.
Yeah. Thank you, Ji. And just another one point I wanted to add for the flashlight is a flashlight is also a guru, because it's a guru. Again, the root words gu meaning darkness and ru meaning remover. The root words. So flashlight removes darkness. So a flashlight is also a guru. So I could look at it in that angle as well. Yeah. Thank you, Ji. Thank you so much.
Yes, that was so nice. Everyone is a flashlight here. That's for sure. So really calling for volunteers who want to have a go at this. Any of the props that were shown. Anyone? Gayatri ji, will you be in this group, or you want to? Yes. In which case, what's happening? Anyone?
Purnima, I think I'll join the
other group.
Yeah.
All right, fine, done. So what next, Yashmita? So many participants, viewers, but nobody's putting up their hand for this exercise.
When the flashlight, the torch is in my hand, maybe I'm in my darkness or whichever room, I know I have it in my hand. But unless I switch on and illuminate it, I'm not getting the knowledge. I know it, but still I don't know it. So we require a torch to illuminate. We have it, but it has to be polished and shown.
We need a torch for the torch.
Yes, we need a torch for the torch to switch on. We require a switch and a battery inside. Everything is required. We know it is there, but
Perfect.
we still don't know that.
Very correct. Well said. Okay, what do we do next, Yashmita? Looks like we have come to the end.
Yashmita can share with them the process we are going to follow.
She did in the beginning.
Okay, so what can they expect in the next session?
This was just an icebreaker, Alva. This was just an icebreaker session.
To give them an idea about what the next session will be like might be useful.
Yashmita, next session, we'll just tell them.
Okay, we have to present anything.
I'm sorry, I was on mute. Where do we get our study material to prepare for all these talks? I would like
to present a small slide.
Yeah, sure, Vaniji.
Yashmita can talk about it. Maybe.
Okay.
Host has to enable my sharing.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, is it working now, Vaniji?
Yeah, I think it's working.
Okay.
Is it visible?
Yeah, it is.
Zoom. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the next session, we have this first lesson. It's again the icebreaker, and the topic would be what is the purpose of life. And as I mentioned earlier, for each topic that we choose, we will be given reference talk by Prabhuji. So we will share this in our WhatsApp group. And the structure of the session, like here is the objective, what we are trying to focus in this session. It's since it's the first session, we're trying to get everybody open up and connect with the audience. So that is our main objective. And the structure of the talk flows like you could have an introduction and body and have a conclusion. And the time limit for the session is 3 minutes for the first talk for each one of us.
So this link that we see at the bottom in blue, that is the link to the reference talk for this particular session. So this is taken from Tattva Bodha. I think most of you may have, if you're a part of an AVSC group also, other than the Dharmakshetra group, you may have gone through this. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. Anyway, you click the link and you listen to the talk. So it's about knowledge of supreme truth. And next, your next session's topic is, like Ashmita said, what is the purpose of life and quest for happiness. So that will be covered in Prabhuji's talk here. And this talk may be a short one, like 10-15 minutes, or it may be even 1 hour. We don't know. So whatever it is, we listen to the talk, we make some notes, and then it's obvious we can't present even a 15-minute talk in 3 minutes, right? So what we do is we pick up a few points, maybe 2 or 3 points that appeal to you and which will fit into this topic of purpose of life and quest for happiness. And then for 3 minutes, you talk about it, elaborating it in your own way. And each time we add a framework, like this is to get comfortable speaking before an audience, is the first part of the framework for you for the next talk. And all of us have, now all of you were talking, you did an amazing job, right? You thought on your feet, you had no time to prepare. An object was shown to you by Ashmita, and then you just connected it to some aspect of Vedanta and you spoke about it. So you have, all of you have a lot of presence of mind, and we could see that you have some grounding in Vedanta because the truth you spoke about was very relevant to the object. And you had a certain structure to the talk already. So when you talk next time, the first thing is to be aware. What did I do right according to me? Maybe I was fluent, maybe my language was good, maybe the points I presented, the content was good. Maybe I gave very good examples. So at the end of your 3-minute talk, you'll be asked to assess yourself. So you can begin with all the things you did nicely, and you can also identify areas which might need some attention or some improvement. And then you make a note of it. So next time you can work on that, and slowly it becomes better. Nobody gets, gets the skill overnight. So it's a process. Each time we add on new layers. Once you gain mastery over the old framework, something new will be added to the framework in the next session. It's a gradual process. It's easy to go with. You will receive an assessment from the coordinator and maybe mentor as well. And what else? One of you will be a timekeeper. So you will be watching, is 3 minutes over, then you have to alert the speaker. Then one of you will be an R counter, which means we use filler words. Maybe I'll use words like, well, you know that happened, So, is a filler word which I tend to use often. Or I may be pausing in between when I'm searching for words like, So those are all filler sounds or filler words. So one of you will be counting for your friends. Is there a filler word which they use often, which they should become aware of, or is there a filler sound? So it's all very done in a very friendly way, nurturing way. So you don't feel in any way intimidated, or you don't feel judged. So that's the whole thing. We are all working in a group together, helping each other, supporting each other. And the reward at the end of the journey is really awesome. So this is how it happens, basically the process. Any questions? I'll unshare the slide.
So,
Vasu would like to add something.
So there's just one more point. There are going to be two parties, ruling party and opposition party. So meaning Purva Pakshi and Siddhanti groups in the Vedantic language. So, but of course, don't be very happy. You will interchange the groups in the same session. The idea is the Siddhanti group will get to speak, and then the Purva Pakshi's group is to be attentive to what the Siddhanti group, each member speaks, note down and ask questions, kind of friendlily challenge them on what they have spoken by asking questions that provoke the validity of Vedantic concepts, ideas. So that is the, and the second half will be the opposition part group will take the role of the speakers group or the main group, and the speaker group, the main group, will take the role of the opposition group. So within a given session, both the roles will be played. Of course, unless the session has to be split into two for lack of time, then each session will have each group presenting.
But this group has, how many do we have in the group? I think we can do it all in one session, right, Purnimaji?
Yes.
Yeah.
So please remember Purva Pakshi and Siddhanti groups, two groups, the Yashmita ji and Purnima ji will divide them, and on during the session probably, or for beforehand at the beginning of each, when you get into the session, you will already know through the WhatsApp group messages who belongs to which group in the beginning to start with, and then you interchange them in the second half.
Mamta ji has typed participant. I didn't understand what that means. Purnima, you're muted.
I wanted to, when she joined the session, I wanted to ask her whether she's going to be a participant or a observer. Long ago, she saw it just now, right? So we are happy that she's a participant.
Yeah, very, very thrilled actually. Looking forward to learning a lot from her.
Yeah, absolutely. So any questions from the participants? That's it.
Yeah, Purnima ji, just one question. So the video link that Ashmita ji shared in the presentation, will it be shared on the WhatsApp group?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thank you.
Have plenty of time to prepare, watch
it.
Yeah,
always.
You can come with other resources as well. This is not just the one resource. You can consult other resources as well and come up with an interesting presentation.
Sure.
Yeah.
It will be shared. The framework for your talk will be shared on the group as well.
The framework for the talk will also be shared. This is all about grooming, good speakers, how to make it interesting, how to connect with the audience. So all the framework will be given. You slowly try to incorporate everything and, polish your act, basically. Okay. All right.
And your time to speak will go on getting increased. From 3 minutes, it will go to 4, then 5, then 6 or 7. The idea is to build focus and sharpness, so you become crisp and you can share more in the same time and more clearly also.
So at the end of the session, as a part of graduation, you will be ready. Each one of us will be ready to speak and offer a 20 to 30-minute talk.
Yes. And we have seen this transformation happening with the previous batches. 4 batches have graduated until now since the last year. And each of us have become capable of delivering the 20-30-minute talk, which is fantastic. Yeah. The flashlight has been flashing big time with all of us. So any faster process to graduate? Yes, get enlightened, liberated immediately, done. Right? Okay, Ashmita, if we are done, we can close with a prayer and prepare for the next session.
Yeah, sure, Purnimaji. And about the next session, do we discuss the dates now or later?
Yeah, we have decided upon.
We could stop, we could finish the prayer,
Okay.
stop the recording, and then go to the.
Correct.
Sure, we'll go with concluding prayers. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Stop the live stream.